this morning, happy Monday morning, everyone, from the Outer Rim. Guys, we are back with Rogue Actions Cubs. Here we are. Another week.
Another week, another Monday. Hopefully it's not as bad as a Monday because you're all probably at home. But for everyone who's essential out there and working today, thank you for everything that you're doing.
We bow to you. We bow to you.
Yes,
You're
we
fantastic. Almost as fantastic as Cubs' hair. You guys see how extraordinarily long this is getting.
It's getting out there. I've reached a few points where I'm like, what do I do with this? It's getting fun though. We're going all the way down, baby. I'm going down to my shoulders. I'm committed.
All right, man. You're going to be making crew look like a total jabroni.
That's my plan. That's the whole reason I'm doing this. What do you take me for, man?
All right, guys. We have 3 topics on my channel, 3 topics over on Cubs' channel. You want the full video, you got to go like and subscribe to both of them. You guys know the drill, so let's just get right to it.
Boom.
And we are going with CG and a Glassdoor review.
Ooh.
Now, very interesting, Cubs. We got tipped off a couple days ago, a couple bad reviews in a row for Capital Games on the Glassdoor website. And lo and behold, we go pull it up tonight to make our video. And there is
from today.
I don't know if they knew.
Who did you tell we were making this video? Look at the cons here. None that I can think of. Zero cons. It's perfect.
Everything is perfect at Capital Games. Go down a little bit, though, because these are the 2 we wanted to talk about.
We got to read the spice.
Review.
Yeah.
Yeah, read the spice. Cubs, I'll let you go ahead and read this because you can see it a little bit better than I can.
Well, let me continue reading. Oh, it makes me do this.
Oh, no. Exit out. I'll read it to you.
Okay, you got it. Oh, wait. No, it's all there now.
Okay,
right.
Go ahead.
So pros, nice new facilities, free snacks, and dog friendly. Now we knew they had dogs in the house, especially Carrie.
Yeah.
She always tweeted about that. I didn't know about the free snacks though. Now I'm interested in working at CG, but we also knew about the free facilities or the new free facilities.
Well, dude, if you can just walk into the break room and get some like Rice Krispie treats, the real stuff, Cubs.
Rice Krispie treats. Of all the things you could say, you say Rice Krispie treats.
You know, they probably went to Costco. Maybe not today, but, you know. And they got, like, this giant box of good stuff.
Look, I don't ask for much. I'm thinking double doubles. Animal style with fries. All right?
There you go. All right.
Okay, cons. Lots of employee turnover, including a new GM every year or so. And we're going to talk about that. That's actually not quite true. But it is kind of true for recently. Many members of the leadership work remotely. No other game companies in Sacramento, and experienced developers being asked to create a lot of content for their one successful game. Advice to management. Hire leaders who are committed to the studio, not looking to hit a title and add to their resume. Work on retaining your dedicated employees and empowering the right people. I'm confused by this, how they want inexperienced people creating a lot of content. Because, well, maybe because they're inexperienced, we never saw the content. I don't know.
Yeah.
What content?
I don't know how to make it.
Is there content?
Hire leaders that are committed to the studio and not just looking to hit a hit title to add to their resume. I wonder if they get a lot of people that are just looking to attach a Star Wars game to their resume. I wonder if that's a thing in the game industry.
I do feel like when it comes to gaming, and if there's any devs out there who aren't working with CG, because I know you CG guys, you stay the hell away from our comment section. But anyone else who could give insight on that, I feel like Star Wars would be kind of like a premium gig, right?
You worked on a Star Wars game. They don't just trust anybody with a Star Wars game, so.
But then people go, oh, but it's Star Wars mobile game.
Yeah. Well, you leave that part out conveniently.
Yeah, leave that part out. There's another. Do you want to read this other one?
Yeah, let's read this other one.
All right.
It's a short one.
All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, this one's good. Can I read this?
Yeah.
You give me the pleasure? Okay. I've been working at Capital Games full-time for less than a year. Pros, if you want to work for a greedy company that only cares about money and not the users or product, then this company's for you. Cons, no morals, uses shady tactics to make money. Advice to management, shut down CG.
See, this makes me wonder. Let's be fair. This is back from October 26, 2019. How does this work? Can anybody log in and say they work for a company? Like,
I feel like you can't do that. I feel like you have to provide some kind of proof that you work for them. But maybe, I mean, the level of salt that exists here, I don't know.
I mean, that sounds like
this one felt realistic. You know, the free snacks thing. Like, there we go. There's some information I didn't know about CG. This is just like, I mean, Who knows? Maybe I wrote this. I don't know. I didn't.
All right. Enough time on this. I guess what we're saying here is, yeah, a recent negative review and a recent positive review that have materialized out of nowhere today. So
this one to me, real quick before we go on, it does kind of show like, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more in my video, but I think a lot of us have been scratching our heads over the last 4 months or so, like what's going on? And this review to me kind of shows me, all right, maybe there's something going on internally over there that things aren't what they used to be, because I feel like things aren't what they used to be here too, if that makes sense.
And we have more to this story. We're going to get to it on Cubs' video, so you guys stay tuned for that. All right, we're going to go post-Galactic Legends. Guy in my community, shout out to Darth Wren, suggested, I was like, hey guys, I'm filming Rogue Actions tonight with Cubs.
Yeah.
What should we ask about? He's like, well, what is the world and the landscape of Galaxy of Heroes going to look like now that we're done with all this Galactic Legends stuff? There was a lot of blowback, a lot of negativity about the event, the rock, scissors, paper thing. We can go on and on with the requirements, and we beat that over the head, guys.
Yeah. Well, we will.
What are we thinking about? What is going to be this game for the second half of 2020? Because we're already kind of inching up on that.
So,
what in your mind? What would be a win here?
A win to me would be a new competitive game mode like Grand Arena that is extremely exciting to play.
Okay.
And I'm going to say right now what I want. I knew that I wanted live PvP. All right.
Right.
I knew that I wanted that for a long time. But then, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Disney Sorcerer's Arena here in a second. But then I started playing this new game, Disney Sorcerer's Arena, which is a Galaxy of Heroes clone with a Disney IP. And they have live PvP day one. And I have been in there playing that thing for hours. And it lets you just go and go and go. Match after match after match as long as you want to go. And I need this for Galaxy of Heroes. It's so fun. It's so fun. And I just can't speak highly enough of it. And so that's what I want, something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be live PvP. It's something new and engaging to do that everybody can go do at their level wherever they are at.
Okay. Another thing they talked about recently is they made a comment about the thing that we all wanted. There was a talk about the sandbox mode. That's something we've always wanted. Yeah. I wonder if we get some sort of sandbox mode. Also, we've talked about the ship raid many times. They have been putting achievements in the game to kind of coincide with that. Yep. Even though it may not look one-to-one, it may not look 100% right. And they've also mentioned vehicles. These are all things they've talked about at a very high level in Q&As over the past year. So with Galactic Legends being done, I got to imagine they got to have something big. I mean, we both speculated on many Rogue Actions over the last couple months.
Basically every episode.
Every episode that they were just sitting, they were using this time, sitting on the relic money and just using this time to string out Galactic Legends and then hopefully have something out of the gate in Q2. We are 5 days into Q2, Cubs, and not a whole lot of news going on right now. So hopefully we have an announcement this next week.
Yep. I really hope so. And I'm going to say right now, I'm going to go on record and say that I hope it's not a new raid.
I hope it's not a new ship raid. I would be okay if it was, you said raid, right? Not Ray.
Raid. Also new Ray. Or Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow. Well, you never put it past them. We have Ray Skywalker, you know, with the yellow lightsaber. They can totally do that.
Maybe they can make it a Galactic Absolute Legend.
Absolute Legends.
The absolute unit of Rey. Every character at Relic 7 in the game to get her.
This is the Jedi one that you were looking for. A new raid. I don't want a ship raid. I really don't. Like, the ships just feel so clunky. And I feel like that's not going to motivate people to play this game. Like, it's not going to bring guilds together because half the people don't even participate in their ship arena.
Ships suck. And if we had incentive that we have to now invest more heavily into ships, it's just not going to make it better.
Now, I'm okay with one phase of a raid being including your ships. I'm okay with that.
Me too.
But if they make the other 3 phases units, then it's totally fine. Totally fine.
Let me tell you, though, why. 'Cause I don't even want a characters raid. Now, if that comes, I'll take it. I'll be happy about anything that comes. But the problem I have with a raid right now is a raid has a shelf life, right? You play a raid, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever it is in, depending on your guild, the raid becomes autoable and just kind of on autopilot is what I mean by that more than anything. And so it's content, but it's temporary content. I would really like, with how much time they've been spending over there doing nothing, I'm hoping that they've been doing a lot on new game modes that aren't shelf-lifed game modes, stuff that's going to change the game. And based on some of the language in their dev Q&As, I think that that's okay to hope for, because they've kind of alluded to it. And so I'm actually, believe it or not, Urza, I'm actually a little bit optimistic and kind of waiting on the edge of my seat for whenever this road ahead comes on what's coming next.
Okay, and we'll get there a little bit later. Let's go to the last thing. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Our SWGOH alternatives.
Yes.
Not a lot happening in our game right now. We're not telling you guys to quit playing this game. If we're quite honest, guys, we're if we're quite honest, the game doesn't require a whole lot of attention right now.
Yeah.
I'm literally in and out in like 3 minutes, and it's no big deal. I mean, it's like fine. I don't even worry about my arena anymore. So obviously, there's a lot of people still relying on their crystal income.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, it's just gotten to the point where, I mean, what does that get you? That gets you in a harder GAC division. So I don't even worry about that anymore. I play the game for fun. So we're not saying Galaxy Heroes is a problem. Let's just talk about the alternatives that are out there. We talked a bit each week about MSF. We won't really talk about that this week because there's a new game that came out. We mentioned it a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Disney Sorcerer's Arena. We're both playing it.
Yep.
Very fun game. What can you tell me about DSA?
I'm all in on this game, guys. I actually think that this game is going to be bigger than Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes ever has. I'm going to go on record and say that. I could be wrong. It depends on how they manage it. But look at this, by the way. I know you like this. Your subs can gift you gems in the game. So this is me here on my stream. I got gifted the 2,800 crystals or gems in that game. And then over here, see this? Or you look over to the right, you see this guy, Meathead? That's a dev in the chat interacting with the community in my live stream. He's doing that all day in Discord, along with a couple other devs. There's so many good things about this, but like I've already said, the live PvP appeal is very real. I'm really, really excited about live PvP, about the IP of this game. It's very fleshed out. I've never played... The last time I played a game like this Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes style game, on day one and thought, wow, this is going to be a big game, was Marvel Strike Force. And I feel more confident about this than I did about Marvel Strike Force.
It looks great. Holla, you want me to play this game? Let me know in the comments below. I'm doing the free to play thing, but if y'all can get me some crystals,
he's free to play for now.
I'm free to play.
Just wait until you get close to unlocking Shan Yu. You're gonna be like, that $20 gem pack. Hey, get me there now.
I'm just kidding, Hall. I'm just kidding. Kind of.
Kind of. Oh, get him some gems, Hall, and then get me some too.
No, I mean it looks good. The only knock I will say is, as a live streamer and as someone who covers games like this, there's no way to mirror your account, so you better decide real quick where you're going to be playing the game.
Well,
that's a huge
you
thing.
can mirror your account, you just can't cross-platform right now. So if you have an Android device, you can put it on as many Android devices you want. If you have an Apple device, you can put it on as many Apple devices as you want. But you can't have it on both right now, for now. But the devs, I've been harassing the devs about this, and it's definitely on their radar. So I would anticipate that will be addressed at some point.
And what I will tell you guys is I have had to play through the opening sequence a few times because I started on Android. I'm like, no, I gotta have this on my phone.
Yeah.
So then I went and played through it again on my phone. It seems
long.
really slow. It's long.
Yeah.
It seems really slow at first because you can't like click off targets and it tells you have to wait for your turn. But then auto gets unlocked when you get kind of through it all.
Yeah.
And then it moves a lot faster. So stick on through that initial tutorial, and then it really starts to pick up. And then you can just get in there every day and just like auto and do your dailies and just kind of just slowly kind of figure it out and get your feet wet at your own pace. It's very nice.
Yep, and it's easy to follow. Like I've had games like this that I start and I get quickly overwhelmed. This one doesn't feel as overwhelming to start with. I feel like the game does a good job educating you of the characters' kits that you're using at the beginning and kind of easing you into the grind to a point where now I feel like I already have a pretty good grip on. I'm only like 3-4 days in. I feel like I have a pretty good pulse on the important characters in the game. But I've also been spending tons of time in it. I mean, I've been streaming it like a madman on Twitch. So I want to ask you a question about these games, though, Urza, because I think it's interesting. You're talking about this. And all of us talk about this, and every time, have you noticed, anytime a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes like game comes out, the whole community, it feels like so many people in our communities are right on it. They're like, all right, is this going to be good? Why do you think that is?
Because there's nothing to do in our game. There's just nothing, right? It is the content that a fraction of the population can participate in. There's nothing to do, man. And we'll get there. We're going to talk more about that on your channel, and there are reasons why we suspect that is the case. So, guys, you're going to want to follow us on over to Cubs' channel. Brother, thank you for coming on by the hall once again and having a great discussion for another round of Rogue Actions. Cub, any parting words before we move on?
Love the hall, as always.
All right, guys, that's it. I'm issuing the evacuation code signal, everybody. Good night from the Outer Rim.
Have a good one, guys.